Hello and welcome back to the Geordie Pig Investor, doing another one of my videos. So today I'm going to go through breaking news on the new British ISA allowance. So it had recently come out that there was going to be a new British ISA, and this was going to allow us to have some benefits. Well, we were hoping that it was going to be this year in 2024, but as always, surprise, surprise, there is already looking like there's going to be some issues with it. And what I'm going to do today is go through the breaking news and the issues that looks to have arose. So if you don't know what I'm talking about with the new British ISA, I'll do a quick brief overview on what it is. But I do have a separate video which is going into a lot more detail on it. So please check that video out. It'll be in the link down in the description below. But just to go over it briefly, what it's going to be, it was planned to launch a new UK ISA to invest in British businesses, and it was announced by Jeremy Hunt in his spring budget. It was going to allow savers to save an additional £5,000 on top of the current £20,000 allowance in your ISA account. This additional £5,000 was to be invested in shares of British companies. That means that you'd have to buy or trade these stocks and shares on the London Stock Exchange, or it had to be a British share or ETF that was at least 75% British or traded within Britain. That is what it was, and that was what was supposed to come out. Initially, we didn't think it was going to come out straight away because obviously different firms were going to have to find out about it and put a plan in place, but it was hopeful that it was potentially going to come out towards the back end of this year and actually be part of this year's allowance, especially if you're going to bring it out in a 2024 budget. You'd assume, obviously, they're going to bring it out in 2024. Well, this is Great Britain we're talking about right here, and that was clearly never going to be the case. So what's recently come out is there's going to be major delays to the 5k British ISA. The Treasury has now announced that it is going to be subject to a 3-month consultation with no specified timeline for its formal launch. So what that means is that they come out and said that basically for a minimum of 3 months, they're going to chat between themselves and discuss the ISA and make sure that everyone's happy with what can be involved, what's allowed, how ISAs can be sort of traded between themselves, and get all the nitty-gritty things ironed out. But then soon after this statement was made, it was then followed up by an announcement that is actually only going to be coming out after the next general election, which is likely to be held on the 28th of January 2025. So that is early next year. Obviously, we're only in March this year, so it's quite disappointing to know that it's actually going to be pretty much a full year away at the minimum. And then from this information, due to this, most experts think that the earliest it will come out is now going to be April 2025. However, there is no guarantee in this, because if Labour were to come into power or a different party was to win the next general election, obviously new policies can be rejected. So this policy may not even come through, which is incredible to myself that, you can bring out a spring budget for spring 2024 and we're looking at 2025 spring, and it's not even going to be anywhere near potentially being ready for then, or probably going to be scrapped by then. So it's just very frustrating that there's some little glimmers of hope with this type of news and it gets shut down pretty quick. I mean, let's be real here. This wasn't going to benefit that many people as it is anyways, because not many people are maxing out their 20,000 allowance as it is, like myself. I'm not quite there yet. But, to have more tax-free money in an account, I always am for that, and the people who can do it, it's brilliant to see that they could have an extra 5,000 tax-free. So it's a real shame that it looks like this isn't going to potentially come to fruition for a little bit longer. So yeah, we're just going to have to sort of hang fire on that one and hopefully see what happens in the coming weeks, months, and potentially years. So yeah, it was just a quick video for you today. Just wanted to bring that breaking news to you because it's a real disappointment and shame. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. Hope you've enjoyed, and this is the Geordie Pig Investor, over and out.